Good evening.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Different Blokes. Today we've decided to have a little talk about pets. A little bit off the cuff, this one. So we thought we'd start with the good old question. What is your favourite type of pet, or your animal to be a pet? Mick?
Dog.
See you later. No. So we thought that's done. That's
Right.
Show over.
How many dogs you had?
I've had quite a few dogs actually growing up. As a pet, Mick, behave.
Right, what's your name? What's the names of your dogs?
I've got one now.
Right. Name?
Bella.
Right. Have you had a pet before?
Yes, I have had pets before.
What was your other pets before?
Dogs.
Dogs.
Growing up, we had dogs,
yes,
cats,
what was their
rabbits.
names? Can you remember all of them?
Yeah, all the dogs.
Right. What about the other animals? No?
No. I think there was a hamster in there somewhere that used to escape and climb up the walls. He was alright, because he was quite funny. You'd be sat on the sofa watching TV, you've lost him for about 2 weeks, think he's dead, and all of a sudden, suicide dive onto your lap. You're like, where's he come from? Okay. So, he was alright. The hamster was quite entertaining. Cats, yeah. We'll get into this later on. But what other pets then?
Me, I've had Brandy, which was a dog. Now, he was bought as a wimp from the he was got from the RSPCA. I don't know if it was the day I was born or very close to when I was born. Grew up with me till he was nearly 17 when he passed away. Then we had Sally, that came from with Little Labrador, wimp again.
God, I love a Labrador, but they're daft as a bush, aren't they?
Yeah.
And will eat anything. 16. I've never known anything.
16.
They do, actually. Yeah, Labradors do.
No, she was really good. She was 16.
Labradors we've had in our family about the same age.
Had a rabbit.
So. Yeah, rabbits.
Not strictly mine. It was my younger sister's. She didn't look after it, so I believe that went in the pot.
Less of that one for our child viewers.
Sorry about that, but those were different days.
You are going to get attacked by the veganites. You do realise that?
A horse didn't go in a pot. We had a horse for my sisters. They liked horsey things.
We've had horses.
And they liked. So it's a very strange horse.
And for Mick's impressions, please subscribe.
Different channel altogether.
Yeah.
I had some goldfish.
Oh yeah, fish. I forget about fish.
Forget about fish, don't you?
Yeah, fish.
I had some goldfish. They're literally what you won at the fair.
Yeah.
And I took it home. I won about 4 of them, and we had a little pond, if you like, that big, in the garden, and it used to ice over.
Is it me?
And these fish were like that.
But is it me though? The goldfish you get from those, they're the most hardcore fish.
Yeah,
and will live through anything.
Yeah, I was going to say these fish were frozen.
Yeah, but they came back to life again.
They came back to life in summer.
Yeah, of course.
As soon as defrosted, they started swimming around again. I was like, what is going on there? And they'd eat anything.
Yeah, so fair enough.
Put your finger in it.
Right, well, what I will do is list a few animals and tell me if you'd have one.
Go on then.
Right, ferret.
I'd have a ferret.
Right.
Our John used to have a ferrets and polecats.
Okay.
Used to fetch them in the house. Yeah,
so,
no problem with them.
A snake?
No, snakes, no.
If
you I'll tell you what.
I've got,
When people get snakes and they go, it cuddles me at night.
Oh,
right.
What?
That's a fallacy, actually, because what they do is they lay next to you.
Sizing you up.
They're measuring you to see if they can eat you.
Well, there was people online, weren't they? They were showing pictures of the snake going, oh, look at it, cuddling up to my child.
No, it's
measuring it up to eat the child.
Yeah.
So, you need to learn about that, and if it's doing that, you need to get rid.
Yeah.
Lizard. Komodo dragon, etc.
Right. Okay. If they're domesticated animals, I don't have an issue. However, if it's a wild animal that's been captured or bred intentionally to use as a pet, I will not have.
What about birds then? When I go into that, so that covers all that.
No birds.
Okay, so parrots, etc.
The only exception I will give on birds are birds of prey. Some of them are bred to keep the population going and everything like that. But
fair enough.
Bar that, no. Anything that's not indigenous to this country and is wild should be left in the wild.
Well, what we're going to do now, I'm going to swiftly move it on because we are going to get stuck into the dog versus cat debate. So,
Right.
we said at the beginning, I am pro-dog. You're pro-dog. So we can only really see this going one way. Mick, tell the world why they shouldn't have a cat and why cats are awful.
Cats, they're just not loyal. They're just not loyal.
They're not.
You can tell the dog
Not.
owner. Right, so, no, they are, but they'll eat off anybody. They'll walk into your next door neighbour's house.
Yeah, they do.
So, you can see them looking at you, and it's the glare of like.
To be fair, the thing that winds me up the most is other people's cats, because I always end up with them crapping in my garden, and that is just.
Well, what you can do is you can put water bottles in your garden.
Well, you can actually get sensors now as well, and it triggers this little alarm, and it's like a signal that the cats get, and it scares them off. But you have to get these little sticks in your garden, and it
Like an electric fence.
not quite an electric fence, but yeah, a similar sort of thing. But it scares them off. But yeah, there's nothing worse than having a load of cat crap in your garden, and it's someone else's. I don't even have a cat, so I end up with it in my garden.
If you're a dog owner, you have to walk around with a bag and pick the dirt up and put it in a bin, which is a bit bizarre because now you've got instead of a poo that's going to break down in the space of 5 days, you've now got it in a bag for the next 5,000 years.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is you clean up after it. But cat owners, you don't have to clean up that much. But cats are very clean in the house as a rule. They do poop in a toilet. Well, in their own toilets.
Yeah, I get you. So, but I am absolutely pro dog, 100%. The only cat that really interests me is a Maine Coon cat.
I know what those are. Massive great cats, and they're huge.
Google it, honestly, and I'd love to get one because they look like they look like mini lions. But you imagine if you had your friend come round and you got this mini lion on your stairs. You're telling me they wouldn't have to do a double take and they'd be like, whoa.
Yeah. But if you had a goat, if you had a goat as a pet, now that is a good pet. It's protective, so you can have fur on it.
Is this based on your experience?
No, never had a goat. This is closer I've got to a goat, but look at that face. That is the face of
a teddy bear.
It's a goat. You know it's a goat. Do you know what I mean?
Well, so what we want to say is, for all you pro cat people, I think you need to reevaluate your life, your choices, and convert to dog. You agree?
I'm not going to say that.
I am.
Because he's going to get lynched.
And Mick.
And when it comes to people chasing people, I'm not as fast on my feet as he is.
And Mick now has splinters in his ass for sitting on the fence.
I like dogs. I don't have an issue with cats. But if you ask me which one I would prefer, I'd prefer the dog. Now, I will know a lot of my friends are going to say, no, we prefer cats. That is personal taste.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, as long as your cat doesn't poop on my garden, I am okay with it.
Yep, fair enough.
If he poops on his garden, he's going to be round your house so quick.
It's awful. Au revoir. On the next one.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.